Welcome back. It's time for the growth and opportunities available in the photography industry in Nigeria and the world at large. The Now Collective's vision and drive, and how this initiative would impact the youth and create innovative young entrepreneurs. That's what we'll be discussing today. Now, what is the Now Collectives? What's it about? They say it's photography. Alera, you take pictures, right?
Yeah.
You try.
And in those days when we used to use our Kodaks, I thought I was quite good.
Hold on.
But things are, no, not that one.
Not that one.
You know, we have those Polaroid things.
Yes, I know those ones.
Instant.
And you just swing it and it's dry, hand it over.
Sometimes you don't even swing.
You just, yeah, but this time they have
But
technology.
the world has gone beyond all that.
So don't worry, somebody
Kodak
will
and Agfa, you know, you go buy a film and put it in your camera roll, you know.
Film.
Make a mistake.
Okay,
That's
the
all.
voice you're hearing there is the voice of Segun Olotu, founder of the New Collectives, the Now Collectives. Welcome, Segun. Rebecca Nwose is the Now Collectives mentee, but beside Segun is Idris Dauda, mentee in the Now Collectives. Well done. And Rebecca is sitting beside me. So before I get to find out what the Now Collectives is about, let me start with Rebecca, the only lady in the team. Rebecca, you're a mentee in the Now Collective.
Yes, I am.
Why did you join the Now Collective?
So last year there was an opportunity for a competition to be mentored by the Now Collectives. So I put in and I wasn't quite sure I was going to get in. But luckily for me, I did get in.
What did you put in?
In other words, you won.
Yeah, I won.
What did you?
I submitted a picture. We had a 3-day workshop, and then the final day we were sent on an assignment to create something different. And then
What did you use?
I used a camera.
A camera, not phone camera.
No.
Regular camera. Okay.
Camera.
All right. So then, before I get to the other mentee, okay, let me ask the other mentee. Why did you?
Yeah, I also did the same thing. I was selected to attend a Canon workshop. Then I was selected when I submitted a picture. I think a black and white picture, and we had 3 days workshop. And on the 3rd day, we were given assignments to go outside to make pictures, then bring them back for review. And after that,
What did you use? Was it a phone?
no, we used the camera.
No,
camera.
Yes.
The submission you did, was it with a phone or with a regular camera?
It was with a phone.
With a phone?
I took, yes. I took
Okay.
with a phone.
All right. So, Segun, tell us about the Now Collectives.
The Now Collectives is a vision that came, when I attended some conferences in the US, in London, because I live in London. So, and I thought about how we could start something like that, similar back home in Nigeria, to inspire other photographers, my colleagues, like most of the time, most of them don't have that access to, travel for all these conferences because of maybe visa issues and stuff like that. So we decided to bring it back home, and because we also know that the industry is still growing. We've not gotten to where we're going, so it's an opportunity for us to all learn together and grow together. And that was one key reason why we started it here in Nigeria.
Okay. So you come from the UK every year to organize this conference?
Yes.
And then what happens to your mentees?
Okay, so most of the time I'm always like on the phone with them, Skype, and even if I am in London, so most of the time I come back home on a regular and I still get to catch up with them, look at what they've done. Last year was when we selected them, and they got some fundings, they went out, they did some work for a year. They had a project, she had a project on scars.
Okay.
He had a project on Tribemax. So on Monday there's gonna be an exhibition where
Okay,
people can come
so
and
on the screen now, there is
Yeah.
a picture.
Yeah.
It looks very vivid,
Yeah.
very detailed
Yes.
picture. Okay, interesting.
Oh,
Was it taken by the
Rebecca.
Rebecca took this picture?
Yes.
Yes, I did.
Wow. Wait, was it?
It looks like a painting.
It looks like a painting.
She used some amazing gels.
Okay.
So the gels from the other side and another gel from
Well,
the other
you
side.
put 2 gels
Two
on the
gels,
same
yes.
camera,
on flash.
No,
On
on
the
the flash.
on the flash,
Yeah.
You
to
know-
do this.
Yeah.
You know, when I was growing up,
Who did this?
They said
Rebecca
pictures
as well.
didn't
Rebecca,
lie.
you did this.
Yes, I did.
They said pictures didn't lie when I was growing up. But as I've gone older, I have discovered that nothing lies more than pictures.
I know, right?
Whoa.
When you
I mean,
see
So this is
the
mother
before
and
and the
daughter?
after.
Yeah.
The art has gone beyond imagination, if I can use
Absolutely.
that.
Absolutely.
There's so much that you all can do now, and we look at them and we actually believe what we're seeing.
Yeah.
Even though deep down we know, no, this is not possible.
Who took this one?
You
Dries.
put Nyota's body and put my head on it. Those are the kinds of things you can do these days. And even more.
What's so unique about this picture, Idris?
Which of
Okay, Tribal Max, that's the project you had, Tribal Max.
these in tribal
But,
marks?
but we're not showing that yet today.
Okay, so what, like the little boy
These
that
are
you saw
Rebecca's.
earlier.
No,
these are
He's
Idris.
a documentary.
The little boy you did,
Yes.
what's so different? What caught your
What
eye
about him?
I was on assignment. I was documenting children with low access to education. So I saw this little boy and I was like, okay, I have to make an image of him, not being in school, but probably on the playground, and also involving him in his environment. Like I shouldn't remove him from his environment. And I felt, okay, this boy, he has been playing a lot. He has, look at his skin, he's dirty and everything. So they have low access to quality education, and also they lack basic amenities. Like you don't expect the child to go to school looking so tattered, no socks, looking so unclean. So I just feel like I need to take this picture.
Shagun,
Yeah.
those are very unique pictures. I mean, I like the one about the two filters on the flash. That's amazing. I actually thought it was maybe light. You put different colors of lights on both
Yeah,
sides.
so
of the
different
picture, but this
lights,
one's
but with gels on them.
with gels on them. So, what are you're now putting together a conference,
Yes, sir.
the 2019. Tell us about the 2019 conference.
So the 2019 is looking bigger and better than the last one.
The last one was where they were.
Where they were. We did the first one in 2017, which cost me a lot of money, and we're still praying for, fundings and support.
You have support now, haven't you?
We have some, but not like what we're expecting. But to God be the glory. God still provides the fundings for me and some of my friends to be able to do this. So yeah. So but this year, what we've done is we have access to a world-renowned retoucher who will be doing a live editing on the stage for people to see and learn. And also he's going to do a live shoot. He's more of a fashion beauty guy. So then also we have an amazing wedding photographers from Canada known by Two Man Studios. They will be there as well. And most of the Nigerian wedding photographers look up to them, on Instagram and all that. You can find everything. So yeah. And we have another guy. He's French, but he lives in Dakar. And he moved from France to Dakar, and he's telling the story of Africa. And we are in Africa. We're not telling the story of our own Africa.
own stories.
Two photographs.
Through photographs. Like he goes to Congo, he goes to different parts of Africa.
That's it? These are some of the
Stuff like- Yeah,
speakers?
these are some of the speakers, yeah. So the guy on the down underneath the last guy, yeah. So yeah. Then we also have our very own, we have Bernard Kalu. Bernard Kalu is an amazing street photographer. He goes around Lagos, Oshodi. I even went to him on Friday to Oshodi. He took some photographs. We went doing some pictures on the streets. Then we have
Was he the one who found Jumoke?
then we have our very own Emmanuel Eleke, who is a boss to, I'll say boss, or she works under Emmanuel. So yeah, and the reason why we picked her then was I have been looking at her photos, and I noticed that she didn't have a camera. She's always using Emmanuel's camera, and she does amazing work. So that was one of the reasons why we gave back to her and gave back to Dries as well, to let them come into the conference and learn. And they did great things, and today they are here today, and they'll be exhibiting on Monday.
So how many mentees do you select at your
So
conference?
we selected, we picked like 20 people.
Every year.
Not really every year. We tried it for the first time last year.
Okay.
So we picked like 20 of them, and 3 were successful. but one has a 9 to 5, so she couldn't meet up.
Okay.
And so we had to take her out, and it was just 2 of them. So it's something that we pray that we could continue.
No, so you mentored these 2.
She had a mentor. And he had a mentor, and he was my mentee.
Okay.
So, but at the longer run, I kind of like brought 2 of them together again, and still nurtured.
Okay.
Them, yeah.
So, you have been mentoring them now for a year.
Okay, close to a year.
So, how would you say that they have turned out after a year?
I would say they've done fantastic, because Dries is a guy that I know that is always like, if there's a little problem, he will call me like, they didn't allow me get into the place. I spoke to the man and all that, I would give him an advice, or I would call a friend of mine called Leke. Leke would give him an advice as well. There was a time they told him to get out of the community where he went, where they have tribal mark, because he was waiting for a moment where there's going to be a child that was just born, that they were about to do that, but they didn't give him the access to do that, and that would have been a stronger story for him. But there's a time they sent him out. So I said, Dries, you know what? Drop your camera. Don't take your camera today. Go there and play with the kids. Play football with them. Play with them, because when they see you play with them, they're like, if we need to buy clothes for those kids, we'll buy clothes for them and we'll send it to you. Like, no worries. But at the end of the day, he has done fantastic. And Rebecca too. It was a little bit hard for Rebecca, because it was hard for her to come out from her comfort zone. Because she's always shooting in a studio. You can see that, but. We wanted her to go out and go on the street and find natural thing. Yeah, that was for Dries. So, but Rebecca tried her best, and she overcome that fear, and she was able to. We didn't want her to get out of that comfort zone, so we told her, bring these people to your studio, do what you used to do, and she did well, and she also went to a lady's house that had like so many scars, and she did well. So, but we'll be exhibiting on Monday. That's why we can't show it live on here.
So they have graduated now, have
they? Have graduated, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell us, the conference is holding from when to when?
So the conference is holding from the 20th to the 22nd. So the 20th is an exhibition, and the 21st is the first day of the conference, and the 22nd is the last day of the conference.
What's it about?
It's about, so this year's theme is collaboration. Because we noticed that, most of us, we don't like to collaborate with one another. And reason being is that maybe everyone is trying to keep to themselves, But the more we collaborate with one another, the more we learn from one another. Like Dries meeting Rebecca, he can pick up 1 or 2 things from Rebecca. Rebecca can pick up 1 or 2 things from Dries. Because Dries can go out on the street and take photos. So Rebecca can learn from Dries. Dries doesn't do studio. He can go to the studio and learn from Rebecca. So it's always good to collaborate with one another. It brings a little bit of something extra and something different in all you do. So that's why we think that collaboration is multiplication.
Okay. And why is it happening?
It's happening in 4 Points. 4 Point by Sheraton in VI.
And how many people are invited?
This year we're looking around 80 to 100 people.
Wow.
Because there's a fee for it, and it's because there's a lot of investment.
Okay. So real quick, what are the expectations? And how can anybody that wants to be part of it, how do they?
Anyone that wants to be part of it is welcome. So far they could pay the fee.
Okay, tell them. Do they have to pre-register or what?
Oh yeah, so registrations are up and running. We had the early bird, which is over already. So right now we have the regular fee going up right now. So people are still registering, and by Monday registration is going to close.
Where they go?
The website is www.thenowcollectives.com. And you can go on there. There are other informations. You can send us a DM on Instagram at thenowcollectives.com, which is COM.
All right. Thank you very much, Segun Olotu, founder of the Now Collectives. Rebecca will say the Now Collectives mentee, and Idris Dauda, the Now Collectives mentee. Thank you for what you do, and well done.
Thank you so
much.
Like
your pictures too. So as we're back for the home stretch, and it's going to be an easy one. Do join us.